Hey everyone, welcome to Interview Pro. Let's talk about an important concept in JavaScript which is most commonly asked in a lot of interviews. The concept is set timeout. As per the definition, set timeout is a JavaScript function that helps in scheduling the execution of a function or the evaluation of a piece of code after a specified delay. And the syntax looks like this. The first parameter is a function followed by the delay. Delay is nothing but the amount of time that you want to delay the execution of this function in milliseconds. If the function accepts parameters, they can be passed as parameters to the setTimeout function. Let's see some of the examples. But before that, after watching this video, please subscribe and leave your thoughts in the comment section to make us better. So I have a set timeout with a function that displays the message in the console. The delay is set to 1000 milliseconds. When we execute this piece of code, the message will be logged to the console after 1 second. Notice that I used anonymous function here. The same code can be written using arrow function as well, or it can be written using named function. In this example, we have a function named log that displays the message in the console. We can simply pass the name of that function to the set timeout. In the syntax, we have seen that we can pass parameters to the setTimeout function. To the log function, we can add a parameter called message and pass this message from the setTimeout. We can pass multiple parameters as well. I have the same code here that I have shown in the examples. So this is the function that would display this message to the console, and there is a delay of 1 second. Let me run this. Now we see this message after a delay of 1 second. Let me increase the timeout to 2 seconds. Now 1, 2. This message is displayed after 2 seconds. This can be a arrow function as well. So I will update the normal anonymous function to arrow function, and still it would behave the same. Even if you take this code out and put it in a separate function, the behavior would be the same. So let me name this function as log, then remove this arrow. Now give this function name to the set timeout and just run it. It would wait for 2 seconds and then display this message. Now I don't want this message to be hard-coded in this function. Instead, let's pass a parameter called message and display that message in the console. And how do we pass that message to this log? Using set timeout. So I'll paste that message here in the set timeout function, and still we would see the same behavior. If I want to pass multiple parameters, let's say I have two parameters, name and message. In the console, I want to display hello followed by name and followed by the message. And let's pass the name value for the name parameter here. I'll say interview pro. Let's run it. After 2 seconds, we see hello interview pro. This message is displayed after 1 second. There is an option to cancel the set timeout if you don't want to execute it for some reason based on your logic. So clear timeout. Every set timeout function returns a unique ID. Clear timeout takes this ID as a parameter and cancels the set timeout. In this example, I am storing the ID in the variable timer ID, and I am passing this to the clear timeout function. When we execute this code, it would not display this message in the console because even before the set timeout is executed, it is cancelled by clear timeout. Before we run this code, look at the picture here where I am displaying the timer ID. So timer ID is nothing but a integer. Let's execute this code to see how it works. In the previous example, let's create a constant called timer ID. You can give any name and pass it to clear timeout timer ID. Let's run this. Before that, let me clear the output. Now I'm clicking on run. 2 seconds are completed, but we don't see any message here. That is because our program has only one responsibility, that is to wait for 2 seconds and print this console log, calling this function log. But before the 2 seconds are completed, this clear timeout is called, cancelling this set timeout. So it won't display this message. Let's say we have a console log. After that, let's say complete and run. We can see the message complete. That means this program is working fine and there are no errors here. Just because we cancel the timeout, we are not seeing this message displayed in the console. Now that we have learned about set timeout, how it works and how to cancel set timeout, it's time to guess the output of this question. So we have a console log which prints the text before. Then we have a log function that would simply console log using the parameters that are passed to this log function. And then we have set timeout on the log function with a delay of 1 second. Finally, there is another console that prints after. I'll give you 5 seconds to guess the output. So the output is first the text before will be printed, then the text after will be printed. When 1 second is completed, message in the set timeout will be printed. Let's take another example. Now try to guess the output of this code. We have two timeouts here. One has a delay of 2 seconds and the other 0 seconds. What would be your output? Was it like this? First before, then hi, and then after 2 seconds are completed, it would print hello? Then you're wrong. The output would be before, after. The two console logs would be printed first, then the timer with 0 seconds will be executed, so prints hello, hi here. Then the timer with 2 seconds will be executed, logging hello to the console. Let's understand why. There is a site called JSV 9000, JavaScript Visualizer 9000, where we can paste the code and run it. It would show the steps in which the code will be executed in JavaScript. I'm clicking on run now. Here we see a option called step. First, the console log before will be printed here. Then if I press next again, the set timeout function with the console log hello is added to the task queue. Now let me press step again. Then the set timeout with console log hi is added to the task queue. Again, it would print the console log after. If I press it again, select the oldest task from the task queue, run it until the call stack is empty. So it would select the oldest task. Now if I click on step, it has added this anonymous function, the one which is highlighted in this code, which is the set timeout with 0 seconds. So from the task queue, it has selected the set timeout with less delay. Let me click on step again. Hi is printed. Then the stack is empty. If I click on step again, it would take the anonymous function from the queue and add it to the stack. Then hello will be printed. Now it is removed from the call stack and the program came to an end. So this is why we were seeing before, after, hi and hello. Let's see one last example. We have two set timeouts similar to the previous one. Here the set timeouts have delays 11 and 10. So the expected output is first the two console logs will be printed before and after. Then we have the console which has less delay, which is high, and finally hello will be printed, right? So let's try to execute this code. I have the same code here and I'll run this. So we have before, after, hi and hello, which is expected. Let me run it again. We have the same output. Let me run it multiple times. we can see hello coming first sometimes and then hi coming first in a few other executions, right? So when there are multiple timeouts with same or almost same deletes, the order of execution is not guaranteed. So use set timeouts carefully. This is all about set timeout. I hope the concept is clear. If you have any questions on set timeout, let me know in the comment section. Thank you.